Hello, Soul Tribe. So I feel called to actually snoop in on what the Divine Masculine could be up to right now. And when I went to go do a pre shuffle, I got this Four of Cups along this 10 Wands of Burden. Divine Masculine is feeling extraordinarily overwhelmed. And before we dive in, I, I kind of want to help anchor you in at this time. I think that if you're channeling the Divine Masculine, in a way that is, what's the word, overwhelming you, there is an ask right off the bat from your guides to politely stop it. This divine masculine, they have to see through some vicious karma they have piled up. But here's the thing, they are responsible for themselves. And some of these masculines, unfortunately, they're pretty distorted. They like the idea that a divine feminine like you would take on their burdens. And there's a real ask for you to detach right now. So, if this sounds like your person, you're more than welcome to stick around. If we haven't met yet, my name is High Priestess Berries, psychic medium and divine channeler, hoping to bring you a message. Now, always remember, my messages are candid, unscripted, but they're also timeless. So please tap into your instincts, listen to your intuition. If there is anything that I talk about that doesn't make any sense, totally fine. Do not worry about it. That message may not be for you, but if it does resonate, please make sure to drop a comment below. So, we're gonna have a quick look at what is the divine masculine like. Where are they at in terms of how they feel towards their karmic situation, the karmic feminine? We'll also have a look at how they feel regarding you. We'll also get a message for you so that you can have some advice, maybe some calm and some comfort. But I think mostly clarification on what the fuck is going on, and we'll see if we can get any additional messages that would be beneficial to you. But after we go to shuffle, I do have the King of Pentacles. This masculine is going through a bit of an awakening on how they have established themselves. This could be the way that they have established their personality or established their careers. I'm very disappointed. This masculine has been so much in their forward, over empowering emperor energy, just trying to make something work out, and they're forcing things to work out. They've been doing this for years. In some ways, this is a lifetime habit, and they've sort of hit a wall. And I feel almost dizzy, and it's a little bit cartoonish. It's like, character smacks into the wall and you got these little Tweety birds just going doo 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 doo. It's been every so often I do get this from the Divine Masculine Collective. I consider this to be a form of it's like concussion energy, because usually it means that there's at least one masculine in this particular collective that has recently suffered a concussion, or there's some long-term impact, long-term effects, especially if this masculine received head trauma when they were younger. Some of these masculines, they're acting really, really out of character. I mean, really fucking out of character. The people around them, even before I look at these cards, some people are just like a little bit alarmed by this masculine. Their energetic boundaries are crumbling around them, and it feels like they're really overwhelmed and overtaken by negative entities. Like, the movie The Matrix? You remember Agent Smith? It's like, I always joke just because of the actor, but it's like, welcome to Rivendell, Mr. Anderson. But it's this idea where we get hijacked. We're just going about our business, and because of, somebody cut us off while we were driving, or someone said just one little triggering comment that set someone over the edge. It could also be known as the Karening effect. And if your name is Karen, I sincerely apologize. You deserve better than to be referred to as somebody who decides to act out of character in public. These masculines are really prone to this energy right now. And the people around the masculine, they're really alarmed. They're actually really taken aback. If you are not in communication with this masculine, it is a divine blessing, because it means that you would not be able to handle this person even if you guys were talking. But Four of Cups. Look what came back. This is our pre-shuffle, and underneath there, the Magician. Like, I didn't show you guys, but I know that Magician was there. They've been trying to work so hard to, this is manipulation. Like, these masculines have no other way of operating. Well, I'm supposed to be successful, so I have to have a career that makes this amount of money. Well, I'm supposed to be smart because I'm educated. Like some of these masculines have had a bit of a dumb dumb approach to how they want to deal with their karma, and it's catching up to them. And I'm sorry to say, there is a masculine in this collective. They're actually on a down cycle in terms of their mental health, whether that is due to an injury, because I am picking up, like lately, just been like face bashing. Some of you have reported that your masculines are actually in genuinely, military based situations. Like, there's a few masculines out there who are literally within the energy of war, which makes the channeling for some of these masculines very unique and very intense. So dial it down to where your masculine is at, because you can have a soldier boy mentality even if you're a girl. You can be a soldier boy archetype even if you're not in literal war. This is someone who's just accustomed to being in chaos all of the time. How are they feeling towards their karmic situation? We do have the card of the lovers. I really feel like this masculine, they're trying to force a narrative, especially if they feel like they have to have a certain appearance or their partner has to have a very specific type of appearance. But I'm going to grab the fairy tale deck because this is a fairy tale situation. 10 of Swords. Surprised? Not surprised. Why is the masculine having this sort of energetic connection to their karma? And it's not even so much a person, but this masculine really thinks they have to put on a show in order to impress somebody. And that could be to impress the ghosts of their past, to impress their parents, to impress a community. Tell me about the lovers. What's up with the lovers? 9 of Cups underneath there. 5 of Cups. It's the second 5 of Cups that this masculine has gotten. What do we have at the top? 5 of Wands. This masculine is in supreme conflict with their karmic. I don't know if this is the karmic themselves or if this is internalized, but I think it does have to do with their physical reality because I am seeing 2 people on the back of the card here. Oh no. Oh, six of wands and a 5 of wands. Like, this is someone who just, they're constantly arguing, constantly bickering. And it's kind of one of these things where it's sort of like siblings that don't like each other who constantly argue. So their karmic doesn't necessarily have to be an actual lover. Like, it could be the case, but it's more that this masculine's trying to really prove to this karmic. What are they trying to prove? Can I get another card? 6 of Cups. They're rehashing the past. So if you're noticing Divine Feminine, you're reliving old arguments in the back of your mind, stuff that you have resolved, but it's driving you absolutely batshit crazy because the argument keeps coming up. You are not alone. You are not crazy. What you're doing is you're tapped into this argument, probably because you struggled with this in the past. There is an ask right now from your guides to really practice radical forgiveness. Like, we just had the new moon in Leo. And if you haven't checked out that message, you really do need to see it in order to understand what's going on here. That reading asked you to forgive this masculine, to forgive yourself, to forgive all the other bullshit from your past. This masculine is not in that energy. They want to prove themselves to the ends of the earth. They want to stick to their karmic person. They want to stick to the karmic situation. But if you're willing to forgive, it's going to free you so you stop picking up this overwhelming chatter. How does masculine feel towards the feminine at this time? Ace of Swords. There is this interesting moment of clarity, but don't get too excited. Masculine is spiraling out of control. There's something about the way you operate, the way that some of them are watching you, some of them are observing you, and some of them have been mimicking you. Well, if Divine Feminine's like this and Divine Feminine is successful, then I guess I should do this, right? Like, there's this almost caveman mentality because masculine energy can appear dumb and stupid without feminine energy. And we have to be extremely cautious because this masculine has been bullied for being a dum dum, partly because they do behave like one. I'm sorry to say, they did not have a very good, this masculine, whoever they are, they did not have a lot of support when it came to finding their own feminine energy. They're kind of accustomed just doing what mom told them to do, or what their teachers told them to do, or what society, or even like what an ex told them to. There is an energy within here, like the first love, but then the first heartbreak. It's as though this masculine has been avoiding replaying the original heartbreak. It's almost like the original sin. Interesting. Tell me more about this Ace of Swords. How is the masculine feeling towards the feminine? I will say they are over analytical. They are like, again, they're spiraling out, and in some ways they're jumping to conclusions that make no sense. That's where this mental illness energy comes in. Like this masculine needs therapy. And I will say, if you are really struggling being attached to this person, if you're finding yourself over analyzing and it's impacting your day-to-day life, seek out therapy. Like, I highly recommend it. I've been working with my therapist for 4+ years because it's nice to have someone that you can just talk to objectively, and they don't really have any of the old burdens from family and your day-to-day life. Like, they can give you an impartial look at what's going on in your life, but they're also trained to help guide you down certain rabbit holes, and it takes time. This masculine is the kind that, oh, I should go to therapy. They do 2 or 3 sessions, they check off the list of, okay, now I'm cured. Like, this person is very shallow. Like, I'm sorry to say, and they're trying to rationalize your depth. They have no fucking clue. Well, okay, I should say they know that you're a really in-depth person, but they have no fucking clue how to engage their own depth, that they're kind of copying you. There is a compliment in here. I will say there is actually a compliment in here that they do admire you, but they don't really get what you're all about. They just copy and paste and they hope they can make it through another day because this masculine, again, is so fucking overwhelmed and they're trying to manipulate the situation. Like, what do we have at the base? Eight of Swords. Running away. Like I always see this card as like this character ran away from the castle. They're trying to hide. They're not sure if they can go back. They're not sure if they're gonna be welcomed. What's underneath here? 7 of Cups. Like, this person's really confused. So in some ways they are trying to channel you. What would divine feminine do so that they can get the answers? But if you're picking up on this frequency, it's really fucking with you. Like, there's an ask for you to really cleanse your crown chakra at this time. So any of my Patreon members, I do have energy clearing meditations that will help shield you from this masculine tapping into your energy. And the Journey to Self-Love series may also be beneficial for you members out there. So I do have details for that below, because this goes way beyond your own semblance of self-control. If you are in your divine feminine polarity, it means that you have not accessed your masculine energy and you're trying to find the conduit. But as long as this person keeps feeding off of your thoughts, feeding off of your feminine energy, it's getting in the way of your healing. I need to point this out to you because my channel is all about integrating so that you can finally move forward in your masculine energy, integrated with your own feminine, so that you can have your sense of independence and autonomy. 4 of Wands. Ooh, this is not a good 4 of Wands. Oh, God. So this person lives in 2 realities. This masculine, they have their physical reality where they're constantly arguing, constantly going this, constantly going that, and we're going, yeah, 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 like hashtag why I'm not married to my ex anymore. Like, God. And I put this card upside down subconsciously on my table. This person, while they're arguing with their karmic, they're fantasizing about the ideal life with you. This is not healthy. it's not healthy for them because it means that they're not actually paying attention to the problems in their own reality and they're dragging you subconsciously into it. Let's get Knight of Cups. Yeah. Oh, what if I went, oh, I'm just going to pretend that I'm in love with divine feminine. I'm going to have this secret life, blah, 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 because I'm going to be so generous. This is what they really want, right? Like, I had this problem with my counterpart. I one of the alarming things I noticed about this guy is that when I don't talk to him anymore, but when we did talk, he would talk to me as though we did things together. It's kind of one of these things where, he once talked about how life was like in his home growing up, and he acted as though I knew what he was talking about. I said, I don't know that you have a second floor in your house. He's like, what? And they're like, "Ha, like you've been to my place." I'm like, "No, I've never visited your home." And it was like this look of shock in his eyes. He's like, "Oh shit." He's living in two realities. Your masculine is living within two realities. And if you're still, again, picking this up, it means that you really need to focus on integrating your masculine so that this person stops siphoning off of you. Oh man, what advice can I give to you at this time? Like, you are mirroring this person. But if you think that feeding into this energetic fantasy is going to bring this person back, mm-mm, mm-mm. My inner kid is just saying like, no, I don't want that. Thank you. Like your higher self is really trying to get a hold of you right now because this masculine is using all their karmic feminine influences and habits to keep you trapped. Even if you guys aren't physically together, this person's trying to steal your soul on some level. Like it's a little bit melodramatic because this masculine has sold their soul to this karmic feminine, this disappointing, overwhelming, overburdening situation just because they know how to play the rules of this game. And I will say that there's a Ten of Swords. Like, okay, fine. Okay. Because we got like Ten of Swords. Then we got Card of Courage, which is Leo energy, over their Ten of Pentacles with Seven of Cups. Like, this person is so confused. They don't actually know what it is that they want. So they want to have their cake and eat it too without actually putting in the effort. Partly because they are exhausted, they're overcommitted and over dedicated. This masculine is just a dried up husk. And the only thing that they have left are the fights. Tell me what the viewer needs to know so that they don't get stuck in your head. Because you'll notice you'll go about your day-to-day life and then suddenly you might slip into this sort of semi-comatose dreamlike state. Your masculine is using your PTSD to access you. So they're using any kind of trauma that they are familiar. If you have disclosed to them any trauma, maybe you guys had an intimate relationship at some point. Like this person, I'm sad, sucks. They've used your information against you for their own betterment, and the only way out of this is detachment. So if you're noticing that you're slipping up into that PTSD state, you're checked out, you're not really paying attention to what's going on right in front of you, it's going to be important that you first identify, oh, wait, I'm in a PTSD headspace. I need to find a way to come back down to earth. And that's where the discipline comes in. That's why I was talking a little bit about therapy. A therapist can help you feel more motivated to come back into your reality. Because when you come back into your reality, they can't access you. They can't drain you. Because if you note the symptoms you need to look for, and this is usually the symptoms of a similar to a psychic attack, like just sudden fatigue, lack of focus. You know you have ideas, but you can't bring them to fruition. That's a trauma state. That is you stuck in your feminine energy. And it's really important that you do rule out any kind of medical, yeah, rule out any kind of medical issues first, because it's one of these things. Well, is it coming from the astral realm or is this coming from my physical reality? And it's going to be so important that you don't neglect your body at this time. What do we have at the base? Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Crisscross. Wish wash. Like what's in sun. If you are listening to what it is that I'm saying, that is your clarity. If what I'm saying makes sense, this is your confirmation. This masculine is siphoning you. And I don't even think they're doing it maliciously. It's the only way they know how to operate. So, like I said, those of you who are a part of the Patreon membership, go check out the energy clearing sessions that I have there. I have an energy clearing playlist because this will help you from psychic attack, but there's also tools in there to help heal your aura and to teach you how to heal and seal your own aura so that when you're going about in the world, like your energetic hygiene can be properly maintained because it's not just this masculine that's taking advantage of the pain. This is any kind of wounded wounded warrior, soldier boy, someone else who has struggled with similar trauma. This is a trauma bonding frequency that you are learning to overcome. Like you're overcoming, but you got to see it in order to heal it. You got to feel it in order to heal it. Ace coins. There's still an aspect of you that has not let this person go. I've I don't care if you have no romantic intentions with this person. It doesn't matter. You need to be independent and on your own, away from this person. Temporarily or permanently, it's kind of up to you to just not care one way or the other. You have to learn how to manifest solo. This masculine doesn't know how to manifest solo. It doesn't matter if they have money. They actually don't know how to create wealth for themselves. They think that, again, I was saying earlier, I went to school, so I'm smart. My parents have money, so I have money, so I'm rich. This person doesn't know how to make their own wealth. They don't know how to create their own smarts. They're okay with just following orders. And you're being asked to not be like that. You've taken orders. You've done everything you're supposed to do, and you got rewarded with pain and sorrow. Knight of Swords. This person is going to come back and want to have a conversation with you, but it's because you've withdrawn your energy. This masculine is really hella toxic. You can still love them, but they're still toxic. And it's important that you love yourself first. Make yourself the initial priority. That Ten of Swords came back. There's an ask for an ending. If you've been looking for closure and this masculine has not been willing to step forward and help co-create closure with you, you have to let them go. It's important that you detach. You're going on your own path. You're going to be learning a bunch of brand new skills. Like, this isn't about just being the divine feminine anymore. This is about you, again, integrating yourself into your masculine energy so that you can move forward as the beautiful, wonderful, compassionate, empathic person I know you are. So let's get one last message for my viewer here. Where can they focus their energy at this time so that they can confidently detach from this toxic masculine dynamic so that they can move forward in their own autonomy, knowing that they can create wealth, create health in a reality that's suitable, kind, and caring. What do we have? Take me home. Pathway to true love. It's about you learning to love yourself. Really work on opening that heart chakra. And I do have tools and resources available to help you access your heart. It's going to be important for you to want to love yourself. I mean, wanting to love yourself and not just hoping, but stepping into your ability to take action on it. I want to get one more here. Spiritual awakening, shift or be shifted. Go back to that Leo new moon reading, even if it is long past that timeline. I really urge you to go check that out. You can either just go with the flow and allow this masculine to kind of beat you over the head energetically and keep going around like a little rag doll, or you can move forward and start taking control of your life. The choice is yours. Shift or be shifted. You're being asked to take the first step, and for you to step into your masculine energy and become your own emperor. I'm just saying, wow. Well, whoever it is that you are, damn, I sincerely hope that this helped. Thank you so much for sticking around. Let me know in the comments below what parts are making sense to you. And maybe, and honestly, if you're struggling with the fog and you aren't quite understanding what it is that I'm talking about, let me know. We can address these things together. Otherwise, when I see you guys at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries.